best? Coming up next, it's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And we're ready for the tip out in Brooklyn. Kevin Hart.
A beautiful sight to behold. Lady Liberty standing majestically over the waters of New York Harbor. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Lakers, Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope. And at the center position, an impressive combination of size and skill. The 7'1 Spaniard, Marc Gasol. And it's LeBron James. And it's Davis at the force line. And for the Nets, Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And inside at center, along 6'11", the sky-scraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the force line.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
Outside Irving, now the pass to Durant. From outside, off the mark.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Schroeder hits to Gasol. Pass to Schroeder. Hits it out to LeBron. Just 4 to shoot. Sinks the three-pointer. LeBron's got himself on the board with 3 there. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
The expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
He feeds it to Davis. Nice feed from Durant.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Takes the 3. Here's Jordan, and he finishes nicely on the way.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on the play. That's what I love about him. He's just one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And one other thing about him that you shouldn't fail to appreciate is the presence and impact he has defensively. He can lock you up and wear you down, and that effect really carries over to the rest of the guys.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
All right, Doris, thanks. Irving gets a screen from Jordan. Pass to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got his first 2 points.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Davis. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Harden outside. Back to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. It's picked off. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. Some solid defense there from Irving. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Harden. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Kicks it to LeBron. Puts the move on. And that's 2 points on the layup. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for them.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. We went over that. And the Lakers making a change here. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. For 3. And Davis throws it down. Brooklyn trailing. inside Irving. The basket drops and gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan.
So guys, now with the Nets and the Knicks both playing in New York, it's just added to the rivalry that was already pretty strong to start with. But it's interesting, if you're from Brooklyn and you grew up rooting for the Knicks, who do you cheer for now? It's probably divided some households, a lot of rivalries in families alone. It should be interesting as this team takes further root in Brooklyn.
Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here, guys. This is going to be fun to watch. Two evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
Matthews with the steal. LaRusso. Oh, just the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
Well, he stopped the dunk there. That was about the only play he could make.
Well, you don't like the foul, but you don't like to give up an easy dunk either.
And back to this Knicks-Nets rivalry. The Knicks, Clark, are considered the more established dominant team, but over the last decade, the Nets actually had the better winning percentage, and it might come as a surprise to some. They've beaten the Knicks when you look at games head-to-head. Clark have had more playoff success.
Yeah, when you crunch the numbers, clearly the Nets are considered the upstarts, but the fact remains, over the last decade, as you said, Kevin, they've been the better team, and I think whoever you root for, with both of them playing at a high level, it's a great time to be a Hoops fan in New York.
Well said, it is.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Back to Johnson. He passes it Dinwiddie. And big time, also a missed shot. Lakers leading by 6. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove. Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
It's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Landry's checked in. 41 seconds left in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson goes in. And it's good. The time running down in the shot clock. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Here's LaRusso. Throws it up high.
The lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Dinwiddie, he's covered by Matthews. Another shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Both free throws good from Green.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
From deep three-point range. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, up 4. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Guys, dominant centers often take a pounding with intentional fouls. Dwight Howard admits that for a long time, he'd get frustrated when he didn't get the calls from the officials. And from 2010 to 2011, he led the league in technical fouls. The last 2 seasons, he's dialed it down, but he did draw criticism for getting kicked out of a game in the playoffs. He said, when I allow those petty things to get to me, it affects my teammates and we lose games. I've got to do a better job of keeping my composure to affect the game and not let the game affect me. Guys, he's made strides, but he's got to continue to put that perspective into action.
Well, Dora, it's interesting how that mental discipline training can help sometimes as much as the physical side. Thank you. Harden against LaRusso.
That's foul number 2. And it might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble. Yeah, here's a guy who gives the coach the luxury of a very simple play call, which is just the ISO. Get in the ball and get out of the way, and good things are going to happen.
And let's not leave out another branding mark of his status as much in the clutch. When the big shot's needed to win a ball game, everybody in the building knows he's going to take it. Doesn't make any difference, though. He still finds a way to knock it down.
Marcus is checked in for the Lakers. Schroeder comes in for LaRusso.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
And the shot is good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Left side Durant. Harden outside. Durant. Back to Harden. Green with a screen for Harden. Pulls up on the wing. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Harden. Green's got 5. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they really know true identity. They were a big team trying to be small. A team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, an older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers' season went.
It's a good assessment. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block, but that one's going to count.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Jordan outside for Durant. Back to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Caldwell Pope. No good with the triple. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Jordan kicks to Harden. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And it's 7 points for James Harden.
That's his first 3-pointer of the second half, which actually makes it his first of the game.
Backing down is LeBron. Passes it to Schroeder. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Durant. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Harden kicks to Harris. Jordan. And that one's good. Jordan's got 6.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
Oh, so smooth.
Well, you know what? He could have fouled that up going for the big slam. I thought that was a nice job just taking the layup.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Irving gets a screen from Jordan. Irving dishes to Jordan. It's Durant on the wing. Harden.
Come to me.
A 3-ball. Shot clock at 6. And Durant backing in. And he hits nails it just before the shot clock expires. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
No good from Caldwell Pope.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the boards.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, guys, the Brooklyn Nets going all in this season. With a team payroll of about $100 million, they have an additional luxury tax bill of around $75 million. Guys, the owner's sparing no expense in constructing this roster, but no question, a high burden of expectation for what they'll achieve. It's championship or bust.
No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. Irving passes to Jordan. Harris, there's the triple. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
You know, a lot of things went right for the Nets last season, but one area they struggled in was handling the Western Conference teams. In 30 chances against teams out west, they only won 13 times.
And back to the Nets against the West. That number not really what you want if you plan on winning a tough division, Steve, like the Atlantic.
Well, that was the difference last year in terms of who won the Atlantic. The Knicks had a great record against the West, and the Nets did not. So I think to get a high seed, to win their division, the Nets have to have a better record against Western Conference teams this year.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Defensive foul.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Dennis Schroeder.
That's good from Schroeder.
Well, for the Lakers last season, it seemed there was so much turmoil throughout the year. Injuries, coaching-wise, changes in the offense. They never were able to really gain any momentum. They made a decent run at the end of the season, but that didn't carry over into the postseason when they were swept by the Lakers in the first round.
I think going back to D'Antoni and the Lakers, that Howard and Gasol were made more than a little disgruntled with how Clark he made use or didn't make use of them offensively.
You know, the Lakers brought in D'Antoni to try to emphasize Steve Nash and his role in the offense, but I think they neglected how that would affect the 7-footers. Didn't do a really good job of incorporating those guys, and when you've got Kobe getting his shots, that's a tough dynamic to work through.
.41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. LeBron kicks to Davis. And out of bounds is Brooklyn gains possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
34 seconds left in the first half. Irving drives in. The 8-footer for 3. Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Nets leading by 8. Now, here is Irving. 8 points for him. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. The shot's good from Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Durant for 3. Oh, he put it down!
It counts.
What a shot! At the buzzer!
Oh, 3 points right there at the end of the quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint. What a better way to get through your Monday? The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
What a performance from Durant here. 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Lakers trail by 9. Here's Schroeder. Feeds it to LeBron. Now the dish to Davis, and that one's good.
Anthony Davis.
Davis has got the first bucket of the third here for the Lakers.
I think he's been kind of passive today, and you know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Harden kicks to Irving. The three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. LeBron drives in. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
At the line
Yeah,
for your
pretty
miss.
obvious. And a good call by the officials. Well, you know, it's still exciting to come here to the Barclays Center, this beautiful new arena, and you really like the fact that it's built to showcase basketball. Terrific sight lines, everything the fans could ask for.
And so he makes both from the line. Lakers trail by 9. LeBron outside. The pass to Schroeder. Covered by Irving. Here's LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. The long distance 3 is buried. LeBron's got 10 points in the game. You talk about the allure of the new arena, Steve. Even when teams are staying in the same city so often, a push is there for a new arena.
Yeah, that's the reality of the business. It's all about entertainment. It's about being cool. It's about kind of the brand. And I think that's where Brooklyn really made that huge jump last year. It was just the uniforms and the arena and the fan base and being in Brooklyn. It all came together, and now it feels like a world-class organization.
Nets leading by 6. Here's Harden. Harris. The feed now to Durant. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 15 points for Kevin Durant.
That's now 12 straight points coming off wide-open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually offense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Here's Harden. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Schroeder, guarded by Harris. With some arc, lays out. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Irving for 3. Good. Irving's got 11.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide-open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Here's LaRusso, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
It's a great formula, and it's really a sign that the offense is clicking.
You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league. They really struggled to take care of the ball, and even when they got up a shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the 3rd most threes in the league, but were in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
Harden inside the three-point line. Misses off the right iron.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Gets it to go. That's 12 points for LeBron. And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard, I mean, because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season, and that just really carried over into the team's performance.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Durant, he's guarded by LaRusso. Durant, no good.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Boy, the shots finally dropping for them in bunches, and I'll tell you what, the complexion of this game has totally changed.
You know, that kind of offensive eruption was the only thing that was going to get them back into this one.
Irving kicks to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
LeBron dishes to Matthews. Back to LeBron. He kicks to Morris. Puts up a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages. Good numbers.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
LeBron passes to Morris. And another basket for the Lakers.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure, the energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
Harden kicks to Harris. Irving. Out to Harris. And stolen by LeBron.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Makes the lead pass. Morris. And Durant sends it back. Irving dishes to Durant. Harris outside. Back to Durant. Six to shoot. It's stolen by Morris. Russo, the pass to Morris. Here's LeBron. Rejected by Irving. Can't get it to fall. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game.
I get those goosebumps every time.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Marc Gasol.
And up and down season for the Nets last year, and the playoffs were just more of the same. They ended up getting knocked out by the Bulls in the only first-round matchup that went to 7 games.
Well, back to the Nets in the playoffs. They lost a game at Barclays early and looked to be on the ropes down 3-1 after 4 games, but they did well just to steal one in Chicago and force a Game 7.
What a strange series that was. The Bulls made that miracle comeback behind Nate Robinson in 1 game and then ended up going on the road to Brooklyn and winning Game 7. What a disappointment for the Nets in their debut season in Brooklyn.
Kuzma, guarded by Green. And it's Durant with the rebound. The kick out to Matthews. LeBron outside. Outside Gasol. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Jeff Green picks one up. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I just, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
From the arc. That's good.
And this game has really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And the Nets are going to change here. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. His message: don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And Durant backing in. Back to Green. Dishes it to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Kuzma, defended by Durant. He dishes it to Tucker. LeBron outside. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. LeBron's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's special because he lives for the big moments. Fearless. I mean, he will take any big shot down the stretch. He wants the ball in his hands.
You know, one of his other qualities, Steve, is how quickly he starts to break. I mean, he doesn't need numbers either. He can be a coast-to-coast, rack-to-rack guy all by himself.
And the Lakers making a change here. And Durant backing in. Shot left block. Back to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance there. I like what we're seeing.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
It's LeBron with the drive. That's good.
LeBron James.
LeBron's got 20.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Nets trail by 4. Jordan sets the pick for Harden. Out to Harris, takes a 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. LA's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. Wide open. And good, he nails it. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Definitely a big improvement in their shooting from what we saw before the break.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
No good. Nice D from Durant.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
2 minutes.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
Here's Schroeder. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Dennis Schroeder.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Gasol, a screen on Harris. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 8 points for Anthony Davis.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
It's Harden with the drive. For 3, Durant. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Here's Schroeder. He feeds it to Davis. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Terrific game for Irving. He has 17 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Both free throws, good for Irving.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Davis, a finger roll finish at the bucket. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
It's Harden with the drive. Outside Irving. Out to Harris. Pass to Harden. Clock at 6. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
Davis kicks to LeBron. With the lead pass, Gasol buries it.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Kicks it to Jordan. He passes to Durant. Outside Irving. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And that's an intentional foul.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
The perfect chance and opportunity to wrap it up, and he couldn't take advantage. We'll see if he lives to regret it.
Durant for three. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut